Hello there, I'm Sconchulus, and this is a pack opening for the brand new TEPPEN set, Island of Fear. That's right, I'm finally back, and in a big way, we're doing a 100 pack opening of Island of Fear. There's a couple of things I want to get, particularly the green heal cards to go with Charge Shot, which I'll probably remake later down the line, the purple memory cards, and particularly the black Ascend cards for Raging Demon. Let's see if we can get any of that. We're going to open the packs we get from Gung Ho here to start off with, the free participation packs. We get 10 here that we're going to see what we can get from. Just a pretty typical pack there. We'll probably have about 90 of those and 10 really good ones. Okay, that's the growth card. I don't remember what it's called, but I think it gives 5 growth to something. The growth there was one of the Ascend cards I'm looking for. That one's a common, so we should be able to... Okay! There's, I'll take that one, but I'm really looking for the boss monster. I really want Killing Machine. Okay, there's one of the new Rebirth cards. And the new Feline, I like that one. That's it's a growth Feline. I'm really into the new growth support. It looks really strong, especially Talbane, John Talbane. I'll just have to craft some of the older growth cards. I don't have all of them. I picked up a lot of the quest cards from last set. Those were really fun, but I feel like everybody figured out how to play those on their own. I'm hoping to come back. I'm hoping that these cards that I pick up here will be enough to fuel a couple upcoming videos. Times Distorted. Give one random enemy unit with MP cost of 9 or less in the opponent's hand plus 1 MP, or give them all plus 1 MP. This is basically just a card to build memory, so the memory effect I don't feel like is necessary. It's kind of like a lot of people play Cyclock just to cycle and kind of cheat MP, so this is a alternative way to do that offensively. We got Nerscylla. This is one of the cards I'm looking for. I think it might be interesting to try and play something with Nerscylla. As well, small fish in a big pond. Definitely a good growth card. I'll have to... I've been playing, rather than ranked, I've been playing a lot of unlimited. I've been playing a lot of point match. And it's a really fun format. You would think it... I guess it is really black dominant, which is why I've been playing Jury Turbo. I've been playing a deck that summons Jury immediately. I was thinking of doing a video on it, just showing people, doing kind of a tutorial on how to make a one-card turbo type of deck. Because there's a lot of resources to do so, a lot of cards to cycle or to search cards. And you can really do it with any legendary that you want to, and there's a lot of... I don't know, I just was thinking that that might be a video to make, to sort of show people all the cards that different colors have. Let me know if you guys would be interested in that, a tutorial on turbo decks, or if... I might just tweet out the deck list for my jury deck. Let me know what you guys would be interested in. So we just got through all of the free packs that Gung Ho has given us, Capcom and Gung Ho, and we are now going to spend all of the resources that we have in search of the Ascend cards, because black looks really strong in this set. This is clearly a black set for once. We're finally getting a bit of love for the black players. I know we're the most hated color, but the last there was Ironhead there. There's a lot of black mill support, which with ATH rotated out, it's kind of interesting that they would give us black mill support when the entire archetype has rotated out. There's Chainsaw Ganado. I don't remember what his name was, but I saw people are already kind of bothered by that card. Just seeing it revealed as bringing people back to the heyday of Alexia and the Ash Forts. Couple more epics. I'll have to double check what these ones do. I think that's the one that adds a couple cards back to your hand. I'll have to check. I'm looking for... I don't remember his name. Heavy something guy. I just want the Ascend black cards, because It looks pretty pushed, is all I'm gonna say. I'll have to give it a spin and see how it works in action, because we are always losing more and more good black support, good ascends every set, but we still have Tube Foxes and all these new cards. It looks pretty strong. We got a Nakarkos. We already got one of those. So now I have 2. That's almost a playset. 2 is probably a playset. Okay, this is the new heal card. I really, obviously, Charge Shot is probably one of my basically my favorite deck. It's the one I play when I just want to really grind out some wins. I'm planning to update it with all this, especially with Nurse Cinnamon, I think was her name, Nurse something Cinnamon. But with all the support for Black and Raging Demon, I don't know if it's gonna be quite as. Last format was secretly pretty good for Charge Shot. It could win its red matchups. It won every green matchup. It just struggled against Black, which was really weak last format. And Black might be really strong this format. We'll have to see. We'll have to see what's strong. This set is definitely interesting. Purple, the purple stuff looks like a control kind of. I saw some good control purple cards. That's kind of what I want to play from purple. Is some of those Halt and I really want Neku, the killing machine. I think he's a good boss finisher. Abyss of Death. This was... Yeah, this is the new... If your deck has 10 or less cards, place one random unit in your graveyard onto the field. I think this is a solid one of. It's just a monster reborn at the end of the game. That's how I'm looking at it. I think it might be a decent card. There's still a lot of stuff we're looking for, though. We're not really pulling any of the... I'm going to check what his name is, because we need a playset of him. We want a playset of Mutant Pedro. Card looks insane. I also kind of want a couple Devil Joe, at least 2. I don't think a playset is necessary, but I would like a couple Devil Joe. It looks pretty strong. Just ping someone for 6 on Ascend. That's it looks really strong. I don't know if people... Oh man, okay, there we go. Okay. Yes, Raging Demon is on the table. Okay, that's what I wanted to see. That's awesome. That's Alex Wesker. And we followed that up with John Talbane. Okay, I guess Green Growth is also on the table. Like I said, I'm going to have to pull for some of that. Or just craft it, but... Oh man. Okay, I got exactly... I got the one card I wanted, which was Alex Wesker, which is a Destroy on Ascend, so it's unrespondable. It takes a little bit of setup, but I think that the setup that they're asking us to do looks really strong this set. There's a lot of other really strong cards, like the one card that revives something from the grave. Oh man, wow! This luck is crazy! We're only... This was like the 30th through 40th pack or something, and we just pulled 3 legendaries. We have half of the legendaries from the set now. I have everything that I wanted. I guess I'd like to pull the other 2 black cards and Nurse Cinnamon. The other 2 green cards are kind of cool too. Overseer Alex Wesker. When HP is reduced to 2 or less, become Vile Killer Alex Wesker. That's pretty easy to do. When I first looked at this, I was like, reduced to 2 or less, but they pretty much have to kill it in 1 hit with a 5 attack unit, or ascend themselves in some way, or kill it with an action. I guess there's ways to deal with it, but the meat of this card is the on ascend, destroy 1 enemy unit with HP less than or equal to the number of ascends you've done, which can just kill everything. And the Vile Killer Alex Wesker should be pretty much guaranteed. She rush attack, deal 2 damage to the enemy hero, and your hero gains 2 life. A pretty strong card since you're playing it for free. And we also got Killing Machine, I'm not sure, Leku and Nechku. But the thing with these cards is their Ebony and Ivory support. This is a finish. I guess you can do it with any deck, but this is a finisher. It seems expensive for 8 MP, but what you get is a finisher that will keep flying over, and every time you activate a card, you put on 2 or 4 damage if you play an E and I. It looks really fun. I'm really glad that I got to pull this card. And Lone Survivor John Talbane, the Darkstalkers rep for the set, I'm really into it. He's got agility. He's kind of bringing back the green growth control type of stuff, but he's got this serious aggro edge to him. I'm really into it. I'm really excited to play all 3 of those cards. Wow, that was really lucky. Okay, let's... There's nothing else I'm really looking at. I mean, I'm usually hoping not to pull red cards, because I'm not much of a red player. Sorry, all of my fans who are. At some point, I'm sure I'll try to get out some type of dual color red deck, but I mean, I really don't have all the cards you'd expect of me. You'd be disappointed with the deck I put out if it didn't have Strider and such. It would just be embarrassing. I'd rather play really swagged out black decks that you guys can take wholesale that are at like full power, rather than just extremely low power red decks. Legendary. I promise something down... well, I don't promise, but I'd like to do something someday. Ooh, baby. Okay, we're swimming in it, and like I said, we're avoiding the red cards, which is all I want to see. We're getting a couple red epics. I'll take a look at that one, because I like Yang and Yun. Yes, okay, there's our protection for John Talbane. And any green card that we like. I think it'll be fun to protect Cammy in point match. That's what I'm thinking. Because I'm playing a lot of point match. Give 1 friendly green unit with an MP cost of 5 or less. I can think of a couple. And while on the field, all action cards that affect that unit, give it +1/+1. So you can deny any destroy or seal with this card, any bounce, whatever, any damage with this card. I love it. I'm so glad I pulled that. That's one of the staple tech cards that it's gonna be a staple tech card from this set for green. And Nurse Survivor Cinnamon. This is basically just charge shot support. They made it just for me. And I will probably update that deck a little further down the line. I don't necessarily want to play the same hero heal charge shot deck, but I know that that's the strongest version. Unless the alligator, I think it was alligator was the card, is actually really that much of a power player. We'll see. I'm really excited to play anything with charge shot. Anything with X I'm excited to play. Last season they were pushing Heart Tank a little bit, and this season it looks like there were a couple of charge shot cards, like Protect was amazing. But we're getting a couple of more really strong charge shot cards this season, like Cinnamon is just crazy. And we're continuing to pull in a couple of the... I guess we were guaranteed to pull that guy. We already have a playset. I don't need to notice him anymore. Because what we're looking for is Mutant Pedro, and we still don't have a single copy. That's the one card I really need. We got Alex though. I can't complain. We got a lot of cool cards, and we got a lot of Arak. I shouldn't bother with difficult Monster Hunter names, but we got a lot of that guy. Especially when I don't even remember the name. I would get it wrong if I could remember it even. I guess I'll check what his name is, even though we already pulled him. So let's just keep going. We're getting pretty... We have had amazing pulls, honestly. These are... We haven't gotten a single secret, which I would like to pull some secrets. Nakarkos, you fiend. You're taking up all the room that my Pedros need. I thought this was a card. There's one new black control card that does... that lowers health based on how many ascends you've done. Oh man, I really want that card. It might have been a lower rarity. I'd have to check. But come on, give me some Natalia Cortez. She's cool, right? Give me some Neros. Give me some Axel even. He's really cool. Let's see if we can get some. That's all I want from the remaining packs. It's just a secret card. Because I've gotten... Well, I want the Mutant Pedros and a secret card. That is what would make this pack opening for me. Because it's already been like... I gotta ask for something from the second half. We got a really front-loaded pack opening. I'm gonna keep saying stuff like that, and I'll keep getting really nice pulls. Oh man. Okay, I don't remember that card's name, but that card's really cool. I want to do something with Possessing Malice with it, you know, so it hits the field, the Possessing Malice one hits the field, so you get 2 corrosion in pocket. You gotta use one before the first one dies. I mean, before the Malice one dies, but when the Malice one dies, it'll bring back the one in the grave, and then the Malice one is in the grave, then the one that comes back dies, and it'll bring back the first one. You just got 4 copies of Corrosion. That card looks really cool. I'm really excited to play it, just based on that combo. Teppen doesn't have a whole lot of, like, really goofy combos, and I gotta say, okay, we're getting our black cards that we want. We're getting our Mutant Pedros, Cheita Ganado, and we're getting Alex Wesker. I don't think it was another Wesker was this person. I know they're from Revelations 2 and 1, I think is what people were saying. I haven't played those ones. I wanted to because I love my 3DS. But there's our Devil Show. We need a couple of those, I think. I'd like to get one more, I think. Wandering Killer Lisa. She's indestructible, so she'll be a killer in the Black Mirror. Which, oh man. I don't know if I'm looking forward to... But okay, she's immune to Raging Demon. That's kind of something to think about. Tier 0 Raging Demon... Hopefully that's not what we're getting ourselves into here. We've got Mutant Pedro. He's a 4-2. Or is he? He has a ton of health, potentially. And he only gets stronger than that. He's got Heavy Pierce. This card is crazy. And the main thing is that he helps us increase our Ascend unit. Along with... Man, I really hope that the dog is still in the format. I don't remember its name right now. I think it might have left the format. That card's really good. But we got Devil Show. This card's also really cool. It costs 2 life for some reason, I guess because it's pinging for 6, which is just nasty. This card looks really strong. I'm looking forward to seeing it do a Raging Demon. We also got... I'll give these red cards a look. Alright, Charge 1. I didn't read over the red cards because I don't play it. But activate 1 Explore ability. It's another Bonded by Light. Oh, but it doesn't activate both abilities. Okay. I don't love that, though. Then we got the Only Escape. Is that our first one of those? Okay, that's not the first one. I want to get a couple of these. Because it seems like it'll be really good with John Talbane. That's what I was thinking. I think there was one other card that... It might be good with Yawn, too, because of, it gives it health. Or maybe I'm thinking of something else. And enough chit-chat. You know what cards are good already. You've already made up your mind about that, I'm sure. And I guess what's really to be seen is what decks we put them in and how they perform. Just talking about it in a vacuum, who knows what's good. Mutant Pedro might even be bad. He looks insane, but maybe 4 MP to Ascend is just too much to ask. That's all I'm saying. In a vacuum, we don't know. We'll have to play these cards, and I'm looking forward to... I think Raging Demon is probably what I want to play first. There's our second Pedro, and it looks like that's what the Teppen pack opener wants me to play. Raging Demon. Because during the whole anniversary thing, I got Shin Akuma as my free skin, and Akuma is like he's the guy that I joined the game for. Realistically, I thought it would be cool to play Mega Man, but I knew I wanted to play a black deck. I'm all about disruption. I'm all about the graveyard. I know what type of card game player I am. I like I do like combos. I think you guys have also gotten an idea of what type of player I am. I like combos, and I do like mid-range. There's Manat. We would need... undoubtedly to pull Rose if we want to play the new lock stuff, and I also would need to pull up some of the old lock stuff. I don't have Nowhere to Run, I think is the card, I don't think that card's necessary for a lock deck, but it's gas. That card is cool. So if I end up pulling Rose, I probably have to craft that down the line. See if I can play a lock. Lock is also a really difficult deck. If you guys are unaware, you have to really keep your zones in control. And Rose, the new Rose card seems really difficult for that because she gives another unit lock when a zone is locked. So there has to be another unit, and there can only be one other unit other than her if there's a zone being locked. So she doesn't seem easy to use to me, but she does seem very strong. If I pulled her, I'd try to make it work. I just don't think I'm necessarily the player to figure out lock. I feel pretty good about getting a spicy. Okay. What's the black one? It doesn't matter, because more Akarnatoses. Okay. It's probably Axel. He's cool, though. Ooh, okay, it's the lock one. Okay, I saw that card and I thought it was pretty cool. It's got Veil, and it locks the board. I mean, what more could you ask for? I suppose you could ask for Annette Birkin, I think was her name. The one that cheats MP while locking. Wow, we've gotten like 9 of these. We'll look at the end. I plan to actually go over my pulls properly. And we'll see how many of each card we got, because it must have been like a dozen. A dozen! I got 2! So many of this guy. I even if he's good, I don't even want to play him anymore. Place 1 random because he can't even play himself. I've got 10 of him, and if I had 10 of him in the graveyard, he could summon nothing. Terrible. Just kidding, I think he's pretty cool, but we have to, he's the payoff for Black Mill, I guess. He's the new payoff. That's interesting. I like the card, but I'm sick of pulling it, dude. There's the non-secret Axel. He still looks cool. I still like him. I would be into pulling the secret Axel. Because the secret black card was... Whoa! Okay. All this talk was not for nothing. We did pull the lock Rose. Oh man, so... The only... I've pulled all the cards for all the colors I play, except for the last black card. I don't remember what it was. It must have been the action. What did the black action do? I'll have to take a look, but these pulls are crazy. These pulls have been insane. There's another Minot, so if I want to play lock, I've got all the new cards to support it, I think. There's the guy, I don't remember his name, but he's the other card to support our Ascend strategy. So I pulled everything I wanted. At this point, I finally got it all. And there's Nero. I want a secret Nero. He's probably the coolest one. Chainsaw Ganado is probably the least cool of the secrets. Just throwing it out there. Guiding Survivor Rose. She has shield, and whenever one of your board slots is inflicted with lock, give one other random friendly unit +1/+1, and one random enemy unit -1/-1. So the question, I think that should be able to go off if there isn't another unit on field, so she can still debuff something. But I'm not sure. TEPPEN card text is a little vague, in my opinion. But the effect is really strong, and her second effect, to draw cards and MP ramp them, is really good. I like this card. I like that it's 5 MP. I want to try it out. I want to try out Lock. It's just a little intimidating. And we got one alligator. This card seems really strong. I mean, it's like a better version of that old Yugioh card from Black. But it can work with Charge Shot, I suppose. I'm really into it. I like that card. And these should be the last 6 packs of Island of Fear. Our pulls have been absolutely out of this world. Oh yeah, the black card, the black action is the revival action, which I would really like to pull, especially if I want to try out. I guess it doesn't really synergize with Vile, the one that searches corruption, but I really just want to play it. I mean, it's a good card. It'll be good in 2-color, and I love me some 2-color. I wonder what the 2-color black build is this season.
Legendary.
Something will happen. Oh, yeah, baby! Oh, that's every single card for the colors I play. My luck is absolutely based, dude. Yes! I don't even know what to say. That's so good. Oh man, there's a lot of new revival cards in this set, like Rebirth type of cards, like Monster Reborn type of cards, or Ouroboros type of cards. So that should be fun to play. I'm into it. I can't believe the pulls we got. We were only guaranteed 3 legendaries, and we got 9 legendaries, I'm pretty sure. So let's take a look. It has been crazy. Okay, I'm not gonna reap them right now because I want to see. Wow. Okay, that's how much you get from opening Island of Fear, and more if I get rid of the golden cards, which I have a habit of doing. Point Match wants me not to, but I'm not convinced. Point Match hasn't convinced me to keep them. So we got a couple red cards. I'm not really. If you red players see something that you're jealous of, let me know. But I can't imagine you are, because I pulled 0 of any of the red legendaries, which is pretty funny. We pulled 3 Only Escape, exactly 3. We pulled Nurse Survivor Cinnamon. Pulled a couple of golden cards. A lot of golden cards, actually, just looking a little more carefully now. There's a ton. We pulled our Lone Survivor John Talbot. We pulled 1 Alligator. I kind of wanted 2. Because whatever deck it goes in, it's a power card. You want 2 of those. You don't want to be looking for them, really. Got Time Distorted. I'll go a little faster. I'm just enjoying hanging out with you guys because it's been a while. I'm planning to try to return to a more regular schedule. I can't promise everything weekly like it had been up to this point. Somewhat weekly. I know it wasn't quite weekly, but I'm gonna try for bi-weekly. That's my plan, is to have a new episode of something every other week. Obviously the next video will be a TEPPEN deck tech. You guys let me know what you want to see. I want to play Raging Demon, and I also want to play some type of memory control type of deck. Here's the Neil Fisher that we needed. How many Mutant Pager did we get? Did we get enough? I would go over the purple cards I was excited to look at, but I can't remember all of which ones they were. We only got 2 Pedro, so I gotta craft one. He is absolutely a 3-of. We got all the Ganados we need. Ganado seems good, but he's not Alexia. I don't think he's quite Alexia levels good. We'll see though, he might be even better. I only pulled 5 of this guy. I thought it was a dozen. I guess I was complaining for nothing, because these pulls were crazy. Yeah, I got 9. I got all 9 that I could have wanted, which is just... It's really good. I mean, that's as good as it gets. Yeah, we got pretty crazy pulls for everything else. Probably only need 2 Yawn. I bet you guys can't guess what hero art this would be pretty good for. I think it would be good for Yawn, though. I do think it will. I've gone on long enough. You guys have seen, what, about 100 packs of Island of Fear will get you. Let me know what deck you'd like to see in the next episode of TEPPEN Deck Tech. Let me know what cards you're excited to play from Island of Fear. Let me know how you're doing. I missed you guys. It's good to be back. Once again, please like the video if you liked the video. Subscribe if you subscribed. I'm Scotchulous, and I'll see you in the next one.